If you had asked me 2 weeks ago who I thought was going to win the Democratic nomination in 2020, I would have probably told you that Senator Bernie Sanders had the best odds. And if you'd asked me 2 weeks before that, I might have said Mayor Pete Buttigieg was the odds on favorite to win the Democratic nomination. What if you went back a little bit further, about 4 months before that? I probably would have told you that the surging Elizabeth Warren had the best shot at being the Democratic nominee. After all, she did surpass Joe Biden in the polls. But if you went back even further, 2 months before that, I probably would have told you Joe Biden would be the runaway frontrunner for the Democratic nomination. And here we are all those months and weeks later, and we're back where we started, with Joe Biden.
Joe Biden's going to do what Joe Biden does best. Creep up from behind.
This week has been very, very good for Vice President Joe Biden, winning lots of states on Super Tuesday and picking up lots of endorsements from former presidential candidates like Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Beto O'Rourke, and the all-too-pivotal Deval Patrick endorsement. However, all this means that now, because it's a two-person race, it hasn't been a good week for Senator Bernie Sanders. Now, don't get me wrong, the dropping out of Elizabeth Warren and him winning on Super Tuesday in the biggest state, California, does help him out. But the fact that Elizabeth Warren didn't endorse anyone and that Bernie Sanders didn't win a lot of the states he was expected to on Super Tuesday really doesn't help him out very much. And so the question is whether Bernie Sanders can come back. And I'm saying no, because he hasn't been able to show that youth voter turnout and turnout from Latino voters, his two strongest bases, are going to come out in enough numbers to support him, or at least not in the strong numbers that African Americans and older voters are coming out for Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders says he's best positioned to beat Donald Trump based on an energized movement of people who are going to come out to the polls in record numbers, but the primary process has showed so far that turnout numbers are actually going against Sanders and towards Joe Biden. So now that the non-Bernie side of the party is coalescing around Joe Biden, it appears as though he's on a glide path towards the nomination. Although if we learned anything from this Democratic primary process, it's that anything can and will happen.